Hey, this is Cassie, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.
Shout outs to Blue Blood Sports TV.
You're watching Blue Blood Sports TV. Hola, habla Cindy, está viendo Deportes TV.
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, we got some breaking news, man. Apparently, the WBA, and I say apparently the WBA has ordered Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Povetkin to be signed, sealed, and delivered within the next 24 hours. I repeat, the WBA has ordered Anthony Joshua to fight Alexander Povetkin within the next 24 hours. This is disgusting. I actually talked to the champ this morning. He's disgusted. This whole situation is disgusting. I don't know how you could be actually support this situation and back the acts and the actions of Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn at this point in time. This is really terrible. Oh man, I don't even know where to start. See, this is where I have the issue. See, a lot of you guys don't even know the ins and outs of the sport of boxing. You don't really know what goes on behind the scenes. But I just want to shine a little light on the situation just to show you guys how bogus this whole situation is. Keith Thurman has been the WBA title holder for a very long time. Keith Thurman has been on the shelf for a very long time. Keith Thurman has not been ordered to fight anybody or to drop the titles point blank and period. We have Errol Spence. We have Terrence Crawford, right? We have Sean Porter, Danny Garcia, right? We have all of these fighters in the welterweight division that could potentially hold that title with high regards, and the WBA does nothing to order that fight. I repeat, the WBA does nothing to order that fight. When have you heard the WBA saying they're going to strip Keith Thurman? We saw the WBC just do it. We just saw the WBC just do it. So now the WBA, you can have a guy on the shelf for 2 years. But when it comes to Alexander Povetkin, when it comes to Anthony Joshua, they can't wait a week, a couple of days for us to have an undisputed heavyweight champion. They can't wait for the negotiations to get done between Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, which would be done on Friday. They can't wait for that to take place. But they could wait for Keith Thurman to sit on the shelf for 2 years without even having a single fight. Anthony Joshua just had 2 fights. I'll repeat, Anthony Joshua just had 2 fights. He just fought Carlos Takam. He just fought Joseph Parker. He's active. So where's the fire? What's the rush? Why is it a rush? Why would you want to step in between having an undisputed heavyweight champion of the world? Why would you want to block that? But in welterweight division with Keith Thurman, you don't want to block that. You don't want to step in. You don't want to say, Keith, when are you going to fight? You don't want to say, who are you going to fight? You don't want to say, give us a date or I'm taking the titles. You don't want that. But you do this with Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua in this situation. And in the biggest fight in all of boxing, you want to step in between that. But here we have Errol Spence has been calling out Keith Thurman for God knows how long. We had Danny Garcia and Sean Porter, specifically Sean Porter, approaching Keith Thurman and calling him out God how many times? Although it be for the WBC title or whatever title, but the WBA is not doing anything about it. So now they want to pull rank. Now they want to step in. Now they want to order a fight to be done within 24 hours. How convenient? Is it really that convenient? Or is it some shadiness going on behind the scenes? Because I lean towards the latter. Okay? So here's the article I read on World Boxing News. right? Eddie Hearn has revealed Anthony Joshua will fight Alexander Povetkin in September. Another contradiction. He couldn't fight Deontay Wilder in September, but he says that Deontay Wilder is a very, very dangerous fight. But he speaks in the same light about Alexander Povetkin because he says Alexander Povetkin is a very, very dangerous fighter, right? But he's willing to fight a very, very dangerous fight in Alexander Povetkin in September. How conveniently. But he's not willing to fight Deontay Wilder in September, who's a very, very dangerous fighter. How convenient. Okay, so he said that he's going to fight Alexander Povetkin in September if Deontay Wilder cannot agree within 24 hours. Well, I spoke to the champ. He's not going to sign a blind contract. And I can't give you too many details until I talk to the champ again. Then I'll give you guys more details. But the WBA has ordered Joshua immediately to sign for a fight with mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin this morning after the Brit failed to agree to terms with Wilder for a unification fight. How did he fail to come to terms when Deontay Wilder said he'll have the contract back to them on Friday? So how did he fail to come to terms when they're still negotiating? They didn't fall through. Negotiations didn't fall through. So how could he fail to come to agreement? That's another contradiction. That's another lie. Okay? He didn't fail to come to agreement. The negotiations were still ongoing. So how could he fail to come to agreement? Okay, and the WBA weren't even willing to extend time to give Anthony Joshua in this situation with this big money fight, with this super mega fight on the line. They're not willing to give a extension. But if this was Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather, you think that one of the title holders wouldn't be willing to give them an extension to fight Lucas Matisse? Okay, the authorities have given Joshua a 1-month extension. So they say, right? But they now have grown tired of the progress. Hearn has previously stated that talks were ongoing with Povetkin and they were discussing potential options in case Wilder Clash fell through. Well, Wilder Clash didn't fall through. So why are you looking to have the fight with Povetkin if the Wilder fight didn't fall through? But they will now be forced to implement the contingent plan and confirm the fight by the end of this week. The WBA have mandated the Povetkin fight. Hearn told Skyport News, "Losing a belt is not an option. If it's Povetkin, it will be September for AJ. Then we fight Wilder after if he signs a contract." How convenient. That was your plan all along, Eddie. We know that was your plan all along. Everybody in the world know that was your plan all along. Whether they admit it or not. They knew your plan was to fight Alexander Povetkin and then fight Deontay Wilder. That was the script, and you're just following the script. AJ wants the fight, but there's not much more we can do at present time. Lies, 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 lies. WBA President Gilberto Mendoza said, "Today is the WBA requested an answer from Anthony Joshua's team regarding his fight with the mandatory challenger Alexander Povetkin. The WBA have allowed over a month extension." Lies, lies, lies. Have a month extension negotiations with Povetkin and also ongoing discussions with Deontay Wilder. Lies, lies, lies. It appears the Wilder team have not returned the contract for the fight, and therefore we are requesting a date for the Joshua versus Povetkin fight with immediate effect. Povetkin earned a shot at the belt after beating David Price and on the undercard Joshua against Parker. Lies, 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 lies. I'll say it again. Lies, lies, lies. This is really disgusting. This is horrible. And anybody that goes along with this nonsense, you're horrible too. It just shows your character at this point in time. That's what it does. It identifies, it shines a light on your character. How convenient that right after Deontay Wilder says he'll have the contract signed, sealed, and delivered to them back on Friday, that within the next less than 24 hours, the WBA makes it mandatory that Anthony Joshua has the contract signed, sealed, and delivered within 24 hours. That's not a coincidence, people. Wake up. That's not a coincidence. That's not a coincidence, okay? There's no way possible that right after Deontay Wilder team puts it out that they'll have the contract signed, sealed, and delivered and sent back to Eddie Hearn within the next couple of days and have the fight scheduled and announced. And now all of a sudden, within less than 24 hours of them putting that out, that they'll have the contract sent back to them, signed, sealed, and delivered. Now the WBA comes out and says, well, they don't have a couple of days. They only have 24 hours. Really? Really? This is all nonsense, man. This is all bogus. And there's no more I can say about this. I'll give y'all some more after I talk to the champ later on. That's all I got for y'all, man. Drop a comment in the comment section. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon, get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shouts out to the whole LDBC. Shouts out to New Media. Shouts out to Black Media Row. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue. Drop that comment in the comment section. Make sure y'all share and like these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Blue Blood Sport TV, baby, from the Empress. Much love.